Hello, this is a tutorial on how to make Leafy from Battle for Dream Island. I don't know if you've seen before, but I made price tag and robot flower. And book, but book kind of sucks. So, a few things you are going to need. A hot glue gun and glue sticks later on. Most importantly, you're going to need tape, scissors, or a box cutter. Be careful with these bad boys. Some kind of drawing utensil, paintbrush or paintbrushes, paint, and tape. If I could find my tape, I think my tape is taking a walk. I can't find it. So yeah, we're doing Leafy. The way I did this is, where'd my pencil go? As you can see, I kind of drew the leaf shape, and it really sucks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the box cutter to cut out a square, bloink, and I'm just going to carve around and make the shape. If you guys want to draw, if you guys think you can do a better job than me, you probably can. This looks horrible. Then do that. I'm going to skip now to where this body of Leafy is cut out. Alright. Now, I gotta carve it into the shape of Leafy. Now, obviously, this kind of really sucks. So, I'm gonna try and make it look a little better. Here we go. Way better. My gosh, I didn't think I'd be able to get it that easy. So, it's pretty big, but it's accurate to the size of the other two. Obviously, you can make the characters any size you want. You can make them book-sized, or you can make them guitar-sized. I don't know. I'm running out of cardboard, by the way. That's not good. Now, this is kind of... Can I speak English? My paint. What happened? I'm kind of figuring this out along with you guys because Robot Flower doesn't have a face, and Price Tag doesn't have a normal face either. This is the first character I'm creating with a normal face. So this can be a little difficult for me. Just like paint everywhere. Oh my gosh. Robot Flower wrecked my floor. Actually, it was Price Tag. Screw you. Alright, so to make the eyes and the stuff, take a separate piece of cardboard, and price tags, not eyes. The feet is what took me multiple tries, but it might take you multiple tries to get the right size. But that's fine as long as you have a lot of cardboard to spare, which I kind of don't. But this is more than enough for just eyes. So I'm gonna sketch them out, just the eyes at first, and then we'll do the rest after that. So if you want Leafy in a specific pose, you can look up on Google or whatever search engine you use. BFDIA Leafy poses. Go to the wiki. There's a ton of poses from every single season. You can do whatever the heck season you feel like. Alright, once you have the eyes done, you gotta place them on there without any glue yet. By the way, I forgot to mention this. You don't need exactly a hot glue gun. You can have different type of glue. So glue the eyeballs on. Right, we're done. Now I know I said it's okay to make mistakes and you can go back, but with the glue it's a little harder because it's a little harder. That's just how it is. Before you do the mouth or anything, Leafy has this little thing. I don't even know if it's the right size. I think I have to remake it. Has this little green line in the middle of her, which I would like to make stick out like this. You don't have to do that, but that's what I'm gonna do. Alrighty, once you have the middle stripe glued on, it's time for the mouth or eyebrows. You can do the eyebrows now if you need to. my pose that I'm doing does not have eyebrows. But if you need them, you can make them same way you did the eyeballs. All right. So the mouth is the same thing. You draw it out, then you cut it out. You can use the box cutter or the scissors, whatever is easier. All right. I'm going to explain how I do the limbs, which are actually a little complicated. So I explained this in my robot flower video, but they're made out of cardboard. I actually have a piece of someone's old cut off limb here. It's a piece of cardboard folded in half, a strip of cardboard folded in half with tape around it, which I then glue on, and then I make the feet out of regular cardboard, and I glue that on to that, and the hands are the same way. Now I'm going to time skip in tomorrow to show you how I do the tape and how I do the process, and you can follow along. A new day. Back with Leafy. All right, I'm gonna get into it. I have a eraser now, by the way. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna be showing you how to make the limbs, like I said. So what you're going to need: cardboard, and I lied. You need a new material, pipe cleaner. I gotta find new pipe cleaners really quick because they need to be longer than this. I think I'm out of pipe cleaner. This is all I have. So I'm going to show you how to make one limb using the pipe cleaner. If you don't have pipe cleaner, the limbs are going to end up being stiff like price tags, which, honestly, that's fine. If you have the pipe cleaners, though, then the body can bend like rubber flowers. I guess what you could do is try to make the cardboard a little bendable instead of being completely flat. Like mine's already a little, just kind of crumple it. Not entirely, just like that. So it's a little floppy. So basically, here's how this works. I'm gonna cut this down a little because it's kind of big. You take your piece of cardboard and fold it in half. Let me do that. Okay, and if it ends up looking too big, like mine is, if I compare it to price tag's limbs, it's just the teensiest bit thick, then you can unfold it and cut it a little smaller. So you gotta cut a little bit off of both sides so that it's even. This is very, very helpful. You can always, you can make things smaller, but you can never make them bigger when you're like cutting things. Like for example, when I'm making this leg, I made it big specifically because if I needed it to be bigger, I wouldn't be able to just like snap my fingers and it'd grow. But if I needed it to be smaller, I can cut it smaller. You know, I think that made sense. I hope. All right, now you have this. Obviously, this is too long for one leg. So now get the pipe cleaner straight. Take your glue and go right in the middle, right in the crease, kind of where you folded it. Why is my glue gun not working? All right, there we go. I'm gonna crash out. It's not working. Oh my gosh. Right in the crease where you folded. Glue gun, please. And then you put the pipe cleaner in there. And then you fold it back up. If you're using hot glue gun, be careful so you don't burn yourself. And dude, my glue gun's like not gluing, and it's so annoying. There we go. I gotta like charge it up. I gotta press the button multiple times. Oh my gosh. And then fold it back up. Now the whole thing is glued together. This is a little big for one leg. So we're keeping it this big for now. Then you take your roll of tape, which I found. It's stuck to my bag of paint and everything just spilled everywhere. Oh my gosh. So what I do is I go like this. This. And I lay this out, and then I need 2 hands for this. But I will, there we go. Crap. Lay it flat, and then you place the leg on there. Hold on, let me do that. Just like that. And then you fold the top part of the tape in, and then you cut it there. By the way, I don't know if I specified. You need this specific kind of tape. Guys, I'm sorry if you are using like Scotch tape or duct tape or something. As long as you can paint on the tape, like Scotch tape won't work because it's plastic, but as long as you can paint on the tape, that's fine. This is called masking tape. It's like a papery tape you can probably buy at the Dollar Tree or dollar store if you live in the United States. I don't know. If you don't, well, then find masking tape, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of the stuff you can buy at the dollar store. Actually, all of it you can probably buy at the dollar store. And then we're going to do that. No! Okay, I lost it. There we go. Same thing again, but you're going to put it on the top of the cardboard instead of the bottom. Like this. And then you fold the top bit over. And then you got to crease the... Not crease, but you got to make sure the edges are all taped up. And once you do that, you can cut off some of the stuff. My face, there we go. Cut off some of the stuff you don't need. There we go. If my scissors reach. Okay, well. Once again, the leg is kind of long, so we're gonna cut it about halfway. Okay. Before you glue them on, bend them a little bit if you don't have pipe cleaners in the legs, just so that they're not completely stiff if you don't want them to be. If you want them to be stiff, then keep them stiff, I guess. There we go. These are our legs. I hate English. Where does Leafy's... Where do her legs go? That looks wrong. You can cut them shorter if they need to be, too. There we go. I think that looks normal. Now for the feet. This took me a really long time to get the design right when I was making price tags feet. Alright, I need 2 hands for this. Maybe I don't. Don't cut my toes off. There we go. I did it. You should be proud of me, guys. Now you take your pencil and you gotta sketch out the right foot design. Now, I can do this easily since I already made the feet. I can just trace it out. You want to go for a design similar to this, and what you can actually do is fold the cardboard in half. That way you have two halves, and then if you have, you can even use scissors if you're strong enough, and you can cut through, and there will be 2 of them, the same exact, they'll be the exact same. That's what I did for the eyeballs. That's how they look the same size, and yeah. And you're gonna flip them backwards and all crazy. I don't know. There. Take your glue gun. My glue gun barely reaches over here. And do a little dibby dot and a little dibby dot. I think I'm going insane. I'm calling things dibby dots now. And you want to glue the feet opposite sides because she's not facing... She's facing forward, so they're going to be opposite sides. Look at that. Doesn't that kind of look like feet now? A little. Maybe not. I don't know. I think the legs are ruining it. I thought this looked good. Now the legs make her look like Slender Man. Alright. Then you go to the back. And you find the spot that they need to be glued on. And you glue them on. Yeah. You can use tape. But I would use glue just because it's better. And then the tape will stick out. And it's just like... looks so much better when you use glue. Like, I was able to... Like, look. You can't even tell, really. These are 3 separate pieces here. From a distance. Not... Well, kind of. Okay, I'm lying to you now. But, you know, just use glue. You can use tape, but glue's better. I'm hoping she looks better when I put the arms on. I'm going to be honest. I hate how this looks. I think this looks horrible. Oh, my... Burn it in a fire, please. The arms are pretty much the same thing, except you got to do the little circle sphere thingies. There was stuff on my phone. Little circle hands. Instead of feet. Alright, I'm gonna go make the arms now off screen. Haha. Alright, the arms are done now. The legs are too stiff. Okay, yes, I actually do think it looks a lot better now that I have the arms on. It's like it could work as a, frisbee, maybe. Oh my gosh, it does work. So, the only steps left to do are painting. And I don't want to do that. But we kind of have to. So, you can be careful, if you get some paint on a color that it shouldn't be on, just paint over it. I hope that made sense. Oh my gosh. The limbs, black. The eyes, black. The mouth, whatever the heck color you want. I don't know. Whatever pose you made Leafy in, color it that way. Eyebrows, if you have any, would be black. I'm doing the pose where Leafy's running in BFDIA 1, so she's going to have the white teeth with the little... The white teeth, So, yes, Leafy's green. Make sure you get the right kind of color. And then the stripe in the middle, don't forget about that, is a lighter green. Just a little bit lighter. Alright, I'm not going to show you guys me painting this, but I'm just going to do that. And once you do that, we'll probably be done. If you have any finishing touches you want to make, then you can make that. But I'm going to skip to where I have fully painted Leafy. Okay, good luck. Last thing I do have to say before I go paint is you should paint one side and then wait for that to dry, fully dry, and then you can flip it over and paint the other. That way the side doesn't rub off, the paint doesn't rub off, it doesn't get everywhere, and it makes less of a mess. You should also do it on cardboard, or some kind of like newspaper, or outside, or somewhere where you're not gonna make a mess and be an idiot like I did with price tags string. That was a pain in the side bow, Okay, that meme is like, let me just shut up, guys. Go paint. Paint is still a little wet, but are you guys ready for the grand reveal? The legs are uneven. Are you kidding? You're kidding me. That sucks. You ready? I'm actually pretty proud of this one. Alright. Here is Leafy, guys. Yes, this took like an hour to paint, but it's also because I went in the shower halfway through and I took like 40 minutes. So it really took like 20 minutes to paint. Oh yeah, I got cut off because my storage ran out. I'm pretty... Okay, there we go. Flashlight can work now. Alright, I said this already. I'm pretty proud of this. I think it looks pretty, like, accurate. When I was thinking of making Leafy, I really did not think at all that it would look accurate. Oh, because, wait, hold on. The legs are uneven, so she's able to walk a little. No. Okay, that's fun. So, yeah. There's the back. The back always ends up being, like, when I'm mixing colors, the back always ends up being kind of, like, you can barely tell, but it always ends up being a different kind of shade a little. Because I had to mix to get the right color of Leafy. You can tell less on Robot Flower. The pink, I don't have pink, so I had to mix. You can tell the back is, like, ever so slightly darker than the front. And I think price tag, the back is a little, yeah, darker red. See? Price tag's the most noticeable. Alright, enough yapping. But yeah, these are the 4 that I have made. They can all stand up, besides Robot Flower. She sucks, kinda. I don't know. I think my least favorite's definitely Book. Get this snake out of here. My least favorite's definitely Book. Just look at it. Just look. It's horrible. Then I don't know, between Robot Flower and price tag, I'd probably say price tag's third, just because the paint job on it kind of sucks. But also, Robot Flower can't stand. If she could stand, it'd be so much better. And I think Leafy's my favorite right now. I mean, in terms of accuracy, it's Book, price tag, Robot Flower, and then Leafy the best. Look at, I even got the shading. I'm actually, okay, enough glazing, guys. So, my battery's running low. My flashlight just stopped. What the? How's it already 15%? Okay, yes, if you guys made your own Leafy, I would love to see it. So, please actually make a Leafy and don't make me have recorded this tutorial for no reason. If you made a Leafy, I would love to see it. Please tag me in a video or a community post and comment or something so that I know you made a Leafy. And you can use this tutorial to make characters like Price Tag. It's like the same steps. Robot Flower is a little different just because it has the layering and the stuff. But it's all pretty much the same for the flat 2D characters. I'm not going to make a tutorial for the blocky characters, like Blocky, Roboty, Eraser, Woody, Spongy, like the ones that aren't flat. They'd end up looking something like Book, kinda. My next tutorial is either going to be Roboty or a square kind of character, like Blocky or Woody. I know I keep pushing back Roboty, but I really want him to be good, and I need to know if box-like characters are going to look good. So, that's why I'll probably make Blocky next. But yeah. Alright, subscribe, and buy my membership. Please, no one's bought it. Okay, bye.